be talking about if killer characters are trash or broken in Forsaken. Yes, I know y'all are gonna be like, well, it depends on the person. Yes, it does. It very much actually does. Now, to explain this into short things, it's my opinion, and I'm gonna use obviously how the moves work and how possible it's actually to hit your damn move stuff, depending on the character, of course. So yeah, and we're including killers and survivors. And again, this is my opinion, not yours. Designs don't matter. We're just talking about the moves and how good they are. So first, let's talk about stats in the bottom right. So he has 100 stamina, and he has 100 HP. So he has the average amount of survivor HP, and then, every survivor has 100 stamina. I forget his sprint speed. Okay, so before we get into the abilities and stuff, I'm gonna just look at, the stats. So first off, his difficulty is 2 stars. By the way, I'll switch up difficulty if I don't agree with it. So after I say everything, I'm gonna re-say my difficulty. Let's re-say the difficulty. So HP 100, regular speed, which is walking speed 12, sprinting speed 26, max stamina 100, stamina lost per second 10, stamina gained per second 20. And then his slash has a 40-second cooldown and stuns for 3 seconds and does 30 damage. And then I can explain fried chicken. You only have 2 uses with it. Cooldown 70 seconds, and it can heal you 40 HP. Now we're gonna get on to character himself. So I still gotta show you guys how his work now. This is gonna be a long video. Okay. Just for some proof here. Just for proof. I'm gonna get myself very low. I'm gonna get myself to 40, less than 50. And then I'm gonna show y'all for proof. Okay. Now I need one of these. Yeah. So I was at 44 HP. Now look, wait. I should get 80. There you go, 84 HP. There you go. I am right. Okay, now let me explain this stun. So, here's the only ways you're really gonna hit this stun. I'm being dead for real, the only real ways. First off, if they're a new player. By the way, I do not want to turn on my computer, hop onto a note account, get it in the server, and do that. I don't want to do all that. So I'm just not going to have anybody in the server, and it's just going to be me, just to clarify that. And yes, I am right about the dirty damage. And if you don't believe me about the cooldown, I'll show you too, real quick. Okay. Also, you can read Shadowletsky yourself. This is just personal opinion. So, the only ways you can hit slash is if the killer's new and they're coming towards you, or on a corner, or if the killer's AFK. Or, by the way, you can do this, or if they're lunging at you with Demonic Pursuit, Walk Speed Override, or Void Rush. I think you can do it. I'm not 100% certain about that part, but I think you can do that. Which, depending if you're able to, it could be very much broken. So, yeah. So, let's think about it. I just explained everything about Shadowletsky. So, what do I rank him in his difficulty? So, first, also, this is a 1 through 10. Here, so there you go. I'm gonna explain that. 1 through 10. 10 is great, perfect. Then one is garbage, trash. Or if the character sucks so badly, I can just put them at 0. So, I rank Shedletsky a 7. And then let's go to his difficulty and see if I actually agree with it. Because the slash is hard to make because you won't really be able to do all those slashes. It's pretty easy to react to it, especially if you get countered hard. So difficulty's 2 out of 5 stars. Okay, I'm switching difficulty from 2 stars to 3 stars at least. No, scratch that 4 stars. Because of his slash, it makes it really hard to actually hit it. And plus, the killer could counter you dead hard if you miss that slash. Because this is how fast you're gonna be able to move. Let me just show you what happens when you miss your slash. By the way, I will do a dev version of this entire list thing. I'll do dev characters, but right now I'm gonna do the normal character. Just to note that fact. So there will be a dev version of this. Okay, so let me just show you how slow you move. There you go. That gives them a perfect time for it. Let me tell you what moves the killer could hit. So for slasher, they can hit gashing wound if they have it off cooldown, of course. If they have it off cooldown, is what I mean by this. Or raging paste gashing wound if you really want to get that extra 20 damage. And then walk speed override for Cool Kid. Plus maybe even minions. The minions could come at you, so it could be both of them. Just minions or just walk speed override or an M1. Now, another one. For John Doe could be corrupt energy. Yeah, actually, I think they just hit an M1. M1. 1X, obviously, mass infection. Noli, void rush. Or, wait, no, actually, Nova plus M1, and then maybe leads to them using a void rush. Then Sixer, Demonic Pursue, and Nosferatu, Bloodhook, and then probably an M1 right after that Bloodhook. Or Cataclysm. Cataclysm can do a lot of damage if you're standing still, bro. Okay. So, yeah, I just explained Shedletsky in 8 minutes. Holy frick, bro. This video is going to be long because I'm explaining every character in detail. And plus, me just explaining what happens with every killer took a while. By the way, yes, I did actually get a Mouse Elite yesterday. I would say I'd rather not get it, but it's whatever. Okay, now it's time we explain Elite. So, Elite's a support. Okay, why did I need to say that? Okay, you know what? Before I say every character, I'm going to say what type they are. Obviously for survivors, because... So, Sentinel, support. Now let's look at Elite stats. 2 stars again, okay. AD health is below average. Regular speed 12. Sprinting speed 26, okay. Max stamina 100. Stamina loss 10 per second. Stamina gain per second 20. So I can't really explain the HP. I think it's like around 20 something given it. And the more the elites there are, the less HP it will give. LeBron James! This character can be so much fun to just throw pizzas. Okay, guys. So, let me explain the first one. The rowing pizza is obviously. Throwing a pizza, which you can use to heal other survivor. By like 25 HP or something. I'm also gives you speed 3 for 3 seconds, which helps you get away. Which doesn't legit mean you can get away, because if the killer uses walk speed over at it, or they could actually hit you while you have a shower on, with like Demonic Pursuer, Void Rush, or even Nova. Or Cataclysm. Wait, no, Ascension. That Nosferatu move. Yeah, I think that's what I'm talking about now. Or he's already did. Yeah. So, I'm gonna rank Elliot, because he wasn't really too hard to explain. 2 moves, not that hard. So, first off, let me rank Elliot. You're gonna get hard targeted, so you gotta be good at juking for this guy. You're gonna get hard targeted, so get better at juking, I guess, is the first thing you need to be good at. So, depending on who it really is, I'll put my final ranking for Elliot at a 4 out of 10. Yes, 4. I know. Y'all Elliot mains, please don't get mad. I don't really use this guy often. He's not my lowest level character, or even my lowest level survivor. But I just don't really, like his healing thing. Now, all the Elliot mains probably agree with me. It is definitely at least 3-star difficulty. And if that's including like how he works and stuff, and then including the targeting, actually it could be 4 stars. Okay, I'm gonna do 3 stars because it really depends on who the killer is for how bad the targeting can be. So it's 3 stars. Now we got Noob. He's a survivalist, and I am assuming that's supposed to have 3 stars. Wow, finally. Health 100, regular speed 12, sprinting speed 26, max stamina 100, stamina loss per second 10, stamina gain per second 20. And let me now use his moveset because I already know how it works. So, if you don't understand how Noob works, it's pretty obvious. Bloxy Cola gives you 1 speed for 10 seconds. So you can be as fast as the slowest killers in the game. Because you have a sprinting speed of 26. Which would mean... and the slowest sprinting speed for a killer is 27. So yeah, you'd be as fast as... So Slate Skin gives you Slate Skin 3 for 6 seconds. And speed 2 for 3 seconds after it. In Ghost Burger, kind of turns you invisible. This is more useful if you do this. But here's the reason why Ghost Burger isn't totally useless. And it's not because of that. It's because if the killer doesn't see you and you go Ghost Burger, if you just like tug on a wall or something and just keep on running, it just, without being seen, you can actually just escape the killer entirely. You've got to make sure the killer doesn't see you. So probably hit a Slate Skin plus Ghost Burger, but I hit Ghost Burger first then Slate Skin just to make double sure. And maybe use like a dark skin for Noob so you're less visible. So yeah, let me show you let me just show you what I mean, because so there's skins that can be, wait, no, actually, use lighter skins, I think it's better. Let me check. Okay, yeah, later skins are better. Use later skins. And you are barely visible. Like that. You guys saw that. This, what's this? Just makes you like invisible. Bro, I can make myself invisible entirely. Like, bro, I'm literally invisible. You guys can't see me. You guys can barely see me. So yeah, this skin's probably the perfect skin. Hit that combo and you can escape every situation, I guess. Just gotta make sure you get that slate skin first and make sure you get out of that joint. So now let me rate noob. Wait, what did I just reset us? I was supposed to rate him before difficulty. Okay, so I rank noob as an 8. Yes. I know it's insane. It's higher than Shabetsky, I think, because I said 7. Unless I'm wrong. Because I had to go back in that talk to remember what ranking I did for him, but I think it was 7. So. Noob win. Noob. Now difficulty. Isn't his difficulty like 3 stars? Well, yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's lower. Let's say difficulty right here, 2 stars instead of 3. Cause he's easier than both of these to use, and he's not too hard. And by the way, we got all the free one. We are not done yet. We are not done with the free ones. So first, I am sorry, but I need a disc though real quick. The first 3 milestone skins Jane has are worse than her big no skins. And then milestone 4 is the only one that's barely better. Jane Doe, you need to step up your game. But let me explain her freaking stats because I think that's stats. Also, I'll explain shatter points and residence right after I do these quick stats because I already know how they work. Shows she's 3-star difficulty, has 60 HP, which is way below average. Wait, you're about to see why it's even, why she has better HP than 100. Regular speed 12, sprinting speed 26, max stamina 100, stamina loss per sec 10, stamina gain per second 1. Now let me explain everything on why I think she guaranteed has better HP than 100. So yes, shatter points looks like it makes it 90 HP. But they reduce like how much damage do they reduce a certain amount of damage taken. Then which then lead to Jane. Which then can lead to Jane having over 100 and probably being able to catch up to Gaston it. And the residence, so let me explain. So no residence hatchet does 25 damage. Also, let's show its range real quick because this thing's range is actually pretty good. That's its range. So if you look at her hitbox, you will see there's no hitbox at a certain part of it. Like that jump right here isn't no hitbox. There's some no hitboxes up here from the lunging. Let me reshow. Y'all saw that, like right there was no hitbox. So yes, if you miss, it's probably because they were right there or they just dodged you. Because it's not too hard to react to this one. It's just this second. If you didn't see the wind up, it's gonna be hard to actually react. But so So first, now after all that, so yeah, oh yeah, Hatchet. So Hatchet with no resident points on the killer does 25 damage. And also doesn't stun them, gives them like that no ability thing where they can't use their abilities. And slowness. So those two. And then with the one resonance wand, there's 3 resonance. She does 25 damage. And hits. And stuns the killer for 2 seconds, I think. And then Resonance 2 does 25 damage. And stuns the killer for 3 seconds. Then Resonance 3, I think, stuns the killer, does 25 damage, of course. And stuns the killer for 4 seconds. So yeah, so let me rank her. I'd say she's a solid 9. She's a actually 8 out of 10. She's tied with me. Also, by the way, rankings have changed ever since I did that tier list video. Just so y'all know, just to note that for y'all, it has changed. Like completely different. Well, not completely, but different. I know because some characters I've been better with, some characters I've been worse with, some characters I hate. Yeah. So now let me look at her difficulty. Perfect. Now we are, and by the way, she's a sentinel. And support because of the she can also give residence to like the survivors, but that reduces their damage they take. So she is the final free character because the Jane Doe quest is how you unlock her, and that's free. I've went through 3 level 100s and only 1 character out of the 4 I've done so far are to level 100. Okay, now we're gonna start getting into territory where it's like bored. This is about to get very boring, so hope y'all can suffer through this with me, I guess. And if you guys don't want to hear about this guy, I'm not sure what time frames to say. N7 soon, right after, then we're back to 2 sentinels, then we're at the final supports, and then yeah. So, Builderman is, I automatically kind of don't like this guy. He's boring to play. Oh yeah, forgot. By the way, I am gonna have this as gameplay because I don't like him that much. He's boring and stuff. So I'm gonna get through this one fast. 3-star difficulty, 90 health, regular speed 12, sprinting speed 26, max stamina 100, stamina loss per second 10, stamina gain per second 20. And now let me explain. So his sentry has this range, and you cannot place anything else. You cannot place anything else in this range. Like, look, I can't place some dispenser. In this blue and red range, you can put nothing in it. So, well, there is a way to actually put something in the blue range. You're about to see. So the sentry does 1 damage to the killer every second, and gives killer like slowness 1 or 2. Look, kind of works, I guess. Let me go over here so I can see the range. Well, it's close, I guess, but I was able to put it in its range. Okay, let me rank a Builderman. Yeah, you guys can tell this is a quick one. Oh, wait, I forgot I gotta do the HP thing where I show you the HP. Let me just take that much damage real quick. Okay. So, this gives you 1 HP every 1 second. I know, it's such a great way to get HP. I know. He's the second survivor that could actually heal you. Yes, people say there's only one survivor. He can heal you too. Very obvious because there's a little Spencer. This guy's been in the game for literally, I think, ever since like early 2025 or something. I hope those things break. Okay. So now let me look at its difficulty. You know what? I'll agree. I agree with the Forsaken devs. His difficulty is definitely 3 stars. Now, 007 and 7. So first, I like his clone ability. It's pretty good, especially since you can spawn in hundreds of clones. I just love me some. Okay, I'm about to crash my game. Okay. Okay, so let me explain this. So clone's pretty obvious. You guys probably already know how it works. I'm trying not to end up in that location because it's literally outside the freaking map. This is just to aim your clones and stuff. And then Cool GUI is supposed to teleport to you. It just didn't work because I'm in the lobby. Wait, I actually have an idea. Wait, that's the wrong map. Okay, you guys are about to see what I'm about to pull. Here you go. Now we're on the map. Okay. So, let me show you. So this is his clone. This is what his clone does. And then Cool GUI can teleport you way farther, by the way. Maybe if I unlock this, like, can I even do? No, I can't even freaking do this jam generator. Okay. So, you know what? Let me rank him right now. I rank him a solid 6 out of 10. Now, let's look at his difficulty. His difficulty is 4 stars. I would not say it's 4. I'd say it's 2 at best. So, yeah, no. Okay, let's move on to the next character. His name is Two-Time. Sadly, I could not place down my rituals, so I'll just show him how he works. So, Two-Time has multiple moves. Let me explain that. Oh. Okay, so I forgot to talk about Ed7's these. Its health 100, regular speed 12, sprinting speed 26, max stamina 100, stamina loss per second 10, stamina gain per second 20. Now we go to 2 time. So 2 time is a 4-star difficulty, 80 HP, regular speed 12, sprinting speed 26, max stamina 100, stamina loss per second 10, stamina gain per second 20. Now let me explain it. So, first move I'm gonna talk about is ritual. Ritual is the move when you complete the observant thing after you hit the killer multiple times. When it hits full bar, you can get your second life. Which, think about that. What was I gonna say? So, the ritual is just for your second life, so you can be spawned in there. Crouch is some type of stealth way. I'm not really sure how the heck you're supposed to stealth with this. Maybe if it had this, maybe it'd be invisible. But it's because of the dagger he makes it uninvisible. Like if you look, that dagger makes it so easy. And just I think right here is very obvious. So you know what? Now we're going to the final move, dagger. Which dagger has a back stab and a front stab. So front stab does 20 damage. No, 10 damage I think. And it doesn't apply anything to them. Now, and gives you and how many front stabs you need to get a full observant is 3 front stabs, 3 front stabs to get full observant. Yeah. And then for back stabs, it stuns the kill for 2 or 3 seconds and does 25 damage. And you only need 2 backstabs to get full observant. Oblivious or something, I forget what it's called. So let me rank him. I've ranked 2 time. Egg. 8 out of 10. Ooh, now it's time we go on to some character. Now it's time we go on to the second to last Sentinel. The difficulty 4 stars, health 115, regular speed at 12, sprinting speed 26, max stamina 100, stamina loss per second 10, stamina gain per second. By the way, I think 2 times difficulty should be a 3 stars. Okay, now let's move on. So again, I'm not given my punch move and I can't unlock it right now. So let me explain punch. Punch stuns the killer for 35 seconds. Okay, let me explain each move. I'm gonna start with charge actually. So charge at the killer, and if you miss, you get. The closer you are to the killer, the lower amount of seconds you have slowness to for. If you hit the killer, you push them back a bit. Mostly used for rounds. Sometimes when the round's about to end, you use it to get away. Or if somebody's about to die and the round's about to end, you can charge at the killer to push them back. Now, block is simple block move, which if you hit a block, you get your punch move, and you can punch the killer, which can stun them for 2 seconds, and do 35 damage. Now, if you parry the killer, which is block and automatically punch them, do you stun them for like 3-4 seconds? And then you also do 35 damage or something. So yeah, I rank guessed. This is definitely on my behalf of me playing him for almost 150 levels. I'd say he's an 8.2 out of 10. I'm adding decimals here. He's not. He's better than some characters who are at 8, but worse than 9 out of 10. So yeah. By the way, his difficulty should go to 5-star because hitting blocks is very hard depending on the killer. So tap, and missing your block is very punishing, or missing your punch. Okay, difficulty for Taff is his difficulty is 2 stars, health 100, regular speed 12, sprinting speed 26, max stamina 100, stamina loss per second, 10 stamina gain per second, 20. Now, let me explain it. So, Taff has 2 moves. He has Tripwire, which the killer can break, or they could run into it and get slowness 1 or 2 for like 3 seconds. Then, by the way, you can only place on 3 of these Tripwires. So then, you can only place on 3 of these, and if you try to place on a 4th one, this is what's gonna happen. You broke one. Now, it's now subspace. You can place down, like, how many of them? I don't really sure that multiply, please. Let me check. Oh, you can place down as much as you want, but that's the cooldown for when one of them is the first one's gonna explode. And I'm just warning you, if you're a killer and you rock into this amount of subspace, you're cooked. So yeah. So let me explain it. It gives subspace to the killer and makes all their moves not usable for like 3 seconds. Or it can do it to you. No, it gives them subspace 3 and helpless 1-4. Subspace 3 for 5 seconds, helpless for 5 seconds 2. List 1 for 5 seconds 2, yeah. So let me first off rank him, because I first off rank Taff a 7 out of 10. And now let's look at his difficulty. Okay. I rank his difficulty. Yeah, I'd say it's 2. Now 3. Make it 3. We're on the final amount of characters. And then the killers are going to be quick and simple. We're finally somewhat wrapping up survivors here. Oh my gosh. So, just 2 moves Dusakar has. One is Plasma Beam, where he shoots a Plasma Beam. Oh yeah, let me talk about his stats real quick. I'm starting to think I'm going to put this into a part 2. Because I really don't think I'm going to be able to. Difficulty 5 stars, health 90, regular speed 12, sprinting speed 26, max stamina 100, stamina loss per second 10, stamina gain per second 20. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something. So I did say I was going to do survivors and killers. Now I'm starting to think I'm just going to do survivors. And then right after this video, I'm creating the killer one. And guys, don't worry, there's lots of videos coming out based off of some things from this video. And the next video I'm making. Which there's going to be a video only talking about one of these characters, which is me just stealing the literal thing I talk about in this one. So let's move on. So Dusakar, it's Plasma Beam. Hits this killer, gives him slowness 1 for 3 seconds. Hits a survivor, gives him speed 1 or 2 for like 3 seconds. Yeah, so again, if I'm wrong on that, I'm sorry. Spawn protection reduces like how much damage? Like 50 or damage or something. And you can only use it with on survivors. And by the way, you can use your med kit while being spawn protection even if the killer hits you. Just a note to that. So just remember, y'all can pop a quick med kit. And if you're already using the med kit, the killer's coming near you in a Dusakar or if your friend's playing Dusakar, spawn protection, you can finish that med kit and then the killer's cooked. So yeah, first off, I ranked Dusakar. This is 100% not really biased. He is my favorite support, and he's a 7.5 out of 10. Now, yeah, so this video is just gonna be survivors because it's gonna be way over an hour if I do killers. So difficulty, I'd say 3 stars. Oh yeah, I've completely forgot the thing I stopped saying. Okay, so let me at the end. I'm gonna re-say every character's like type and what they are. So let me Veronica. She is difficulty 3 stars, health 100, regular speed 12, sprinting speed 26, max stamina 100, stamina loss per second 10, stamina gain per second 20. Okay. So let me explain all their moves. I'm gonna get all my painting notes. So activate battery just heals your HP. And if you see the 30% at the top of my screen, that's what it is. And yeah, it heals. And then let me explain each and every single one. So Ghost lets you go through the killer. Bumper lets you attack the killer by hitting them. Pushing them back basically like the guest charge. Then this, it just gives you more, it makes you faster. Are you guys able to actually see the difference here? Okay. You see how far I can go? 1 fall, 2 fall, 3 fall. Okay, 3 falls. Okay, now this one. We get 100 stamina. 1 fall, 2 fall, 3, 4. That was around the same. Damn, bro. Okay, now after I just talked about all of that, I'd say Ghost is the best broadcast. Now let me explain. Now let me explain Vandalism. I'm gonna say best for last. So Vandalism lets you put down a paint, spray paint, which then you can use. And there's different designs for every single one of them, which then you can use to use your skateboard. Let me show you. Also, let me activate this. Activate battery. Heals 1 HP every 1 second. And now after explaining paint, I'm going to explain skate, which if you use correctly, you can actually pull off some sweet jumps. So yeah, and you lose your HP, all your stamina. When you lose all your stamina is when the skating stops and stuff. You know, right? And if you hit 3 tricks, like I just did, you actually get a 5% battery. And it gives you $1 and 1 XP or something. It is not that good for XP farming, I promise you. Okay, so you know what? Let me put my ranking on her real quick. My ranking for Veronica is a solid 7. Okay. Now, after we're done with that, I just have to say the difficulty, and we're on one more survivor. Yeah, I'd say your difficulty's good. Now let's talk about Gambling Man. Difficulty is 777,777. No. 777,777,777. Never stop gambling. Health 65 through 130. Regular speed 12. Sprinting speed 26. Max stamina 100. Stamina loss per second 10. Stamina gain per second 20. By the way, I will give him an actual difficulty. Well, he can't really have a difficulty though. So let me explain every move. So let me first off explain coin flip. Let me use this tab real quick so I lose everything. So coin flip can give you 1 shot or reroll, or can give you weakness, like really any amount of weakness, and you can also get the hat after you get 3 of these. That's what coin flip does. Okay, the shot. Here's the 3 shots. So there's 1 shot. That's the normal shot, which is 50 damage. Okay. Oh my god, bro. Why am I getting so freaking lucky? That's an exploding shot. Which, if you want to get shots back, first off, I didn't have reroll HP. Okay, let me give myself a med kit real quick so I don't freaking die here. Because if I get another exploding shot, I could die. So you saw 2 out of the 3 shots. There you go. That's the 3rd shot. It doesn't work. So yeah. Now, after that, reroll can reroll your HP. Through 65 through 130. And then Hack gets rid of one shot and reroll, and takes away all your weakness. So first, let me rank Chance. So let me rank him on 3 scales. If you're unlucky, then he's like a 2 out of 10. If you're medium lucky, then he's a 5 out of 10. And if you're very lucky, he's a 7 out of 10. Okay. Now the difficulty is going to go based off of that, and then we're done with the video entirely. So if you're unlucky, the difficulty is 5 stars. If you're medium lucky, difficulty 3 stars. If you're very lucky, difficulty 2 stars. So there you go. I'm officially done with that. Now, well, bye.